Okay, so here are the Pale Moon deck lists that we used. So we have just looked at the most recent clan selection reveal for Pale Moon, which is the Nightmare Doll. It has no additional boosting power. It only gets the power from Nightmare Doll Chelsea when it counterblast one, and when it attacks a Vanguard, you can call two rearguards from your soul into field. But the rearguard that can only be called is only Workeroid. And also for the grade 3, it has a rearguard skill, which at the end of battle it boosted. You may put this unit into your soul and choose one of your opponent's rearguard and put it into the opponent's soul. So it basically works for the old Nightmare Doll, because the Nightmare Doll superior skill active if only there is a grade 3 insert from the rearguards into her soul. So basically this deck is emphasizing on the Workeroid race. I'm also seeing this deck as a decent deck, not really powerful, but it has some interesting pattern. For example, using this grade 3, you can superiorite again and again, even using the same card. Yeah, however, the counterblast is quite heavy. That's a shame, but it's fine. With the new support for Nightmare Doll, the grade 1, it can retire itself, return a grade 3 from your soul into your hand, and countercharge 1 by retiring this unit. So basically, this unit is countercharger for Pale Moon Nightmare Doll deck. Then I also used the old Jumping Jill, which I find it quite interesting as well, because it can insert one rearguards into your soul when it is placed from your soul into the rearguards, and after inserting it, you can call one more rearguards to your back row. So basically, I like this card because it can call another card from your soul by only calling her using Nightmare Doll Chelsea skill. And for the grade 2, you insert one card from your hand into the soul, check top 7, and grab one Workeroid from the deck into your hand. But you can only grab grade 1 or grade 3. It specifically says that you cannot get a grade 2 from the revealing cards. Oh yeah, I'm also using the new promo cards from Japanese version, which is the skill when placed, check top 5, Vanguard or rearguard circle. You can put one Workeroid from the revealed card into your soul, any cards. Yeah. And for the trigger lineup, I'm using 8 draws because I'm thinking this deck is quite PC reliant. Because of that, I'm using 8 draws instead of 8 critical. Yeah, I think that's it for the Nightmare Doll deck. Let's proceed to the Genesis Angelica Regalia deck.
Okay, so for the Genesis Regalia deck, we're using the new grade 3 from the clan selection. She has 3 skills. First is continuous on Vanguard Circle. All of her units with a Divine Gauge cannot be chosen by opponent card effect and gain 5k. It's continuous, so during your opponent's turn, they will get the 5k also. And her second skill is when it attacks, you basically can put 2 gauge to 2 different units. So for stacking gauge, it's pretty important in this deck. And her final skill is at the end of the opponent's turn, you can discard 5 Divine Gauge to heal a card. And we have the grade 2 from the clan selection. Her skill is basically when placed, get a Divine Gauge. And her second skill is at the end of the battle attack or boost, you may put this card into the soul, and you may put her Divine Gauge into another unit and draw a card. So basically a good gauge setup, and to reveal the soul for gauging, it's quite important. And for the grade 1 from the clan selection, she's basically countercharger for this deck. She gets her first skill is when it boosts, she can activate a Divine Gauge for herself. And her second skill is act once per turn. Retire this unit and discard a Divine Gauge and then if you have a Regalia Vanguard, you may countercharge 1. So the support from VBT 12, it's quite important. The YGG Drezil and Norn both have Regalias in their card names. So I think Norn is pretty important to resending the Vanguard. So Angelica can give 4 Divine Gauge for setup. And I think This deck doesn't have a really good draw engine, so I'm using the old grade 2. His skill is at the end of the battle, right? Yeah, at the end of the battle attack of Vanguard, you may put this card into the soul, draw a card, and soul charge 1. So it's good for drawing and set up the soul. And we have the old card Artemis. She's basically the bidder in this deck. She can get 10k for every divine gauge that is equipped on her, and it's a continuous ability, so she can still gain the power from the opponent's turn. And we have the promo card. It's important because set up the soul and you can look the top card. I think this deck is pretty powerful, but I think you cannot play into a very late game using this deck. That's it for the Genesis deck. Oh yeah, and by the way, I built this deck is with help from our friend, right? So thanks a lot. Basically the trigger lineup and the Sentinel lineup is decent, like for perfect guards and 8 crits, and definitely 4 heals. Generate. That's all.
So that's all for the deck overview. Thank you for watching our channel. And for our next video, we are planning to make a video about the Zeal, Dimension Police Zeal, that will be revealed next Friday, and against one of the old Clan Selection Volume 1 cards, which is the Spectral Duke Dragon. Yeah. So if you want to send us your deck list, feel free to send us in, and we will present it in our subscriber deck edition. Okay, send us through this email. And we have also provide a group of Vanguard warriors in the Facebook, and we'll provide it in the link description below. Okay. So thank you for watching.
That's it. Thank you for watching.
Bye bye.